Assalamualaikum guys. Okay, so this week we are in topic 5, which is planning and participating in meeting. Okay, so for this chapter you can refer on your textbook on page 335 for 6 edition. Okay, so the rest yang 7 edition boleh check page berapa korang punya buku teks. Okay, so first let's take a look on the um, chapters course outcome for this chapter. Okay, so at the end of this chapter you will be able to explain the appropriate procedure in planning business meeting. Okay, and then the chapter's outcomes is you'll be able to plan business meeting and prepare related document. Okay, so this is related to your assignment. Participate effectively in meetings and apply procedures for planning teleconference. Okay, so next, let's take a look on planning business meetings. Okay, so business meeting brings people together to communicate. Of course lah kan. When we meet people, then we are talking about the business. Okay, and then meetings may range from an informal chat in a manager's office to a formal gathering of the board of director. Okay, so it could be from a formal, informal chat between colleague, or it can be more formal. Okay, which is with meeting with the bosses. Okay, so although many meetings are held in person, technology allows people in different locations to attend meeting without leaving their office. Okay, so now current like what we do, we can having a meeting without uh, having face to face. Okay, so which is we can have a meeting with different location as what we do right now. Okay, and then it is also well organized meeting are necessary for business to run smoothly. Okay, typo is there, run smoothly. Okay, so there are two types of business meeting that you should know. Okay, so usually office workers should understand the difference in the nature of the meeting, so they can differentiate which one is informal and small group meetings, and second one is formal business meeting. So this is two type of business meeting yang korang kena ingat informal and small group meeting and formal business meetings. Okay, so first let's take a look on informal and small group meetings. Okay, so many of the meetings in which office worker are involved with be informal discussion and small group meetings. Okay, so ni kata informal meetings also are set up as committee meeting, which is kita uh, kalau kita panggil untuk committee meeting tu kita panggil sebagai informal meeting je. Okay, which is dalaman je lah. Okay, so this meeting address specific topic or ongoing concern and issues such as safety and security. Okay, so this is the kind of example of informal and small group meeting discussion. Working with customers or clients may also take the form of small group meetings. So this meeting may be more formal than small group meetings with coworker. Okay, sometimes working with customer or client also kita panggil sebagai small group meeting, which is kita jumpa beberapa orang je. Okay, so tapi but this meeting uh, will be more formal than small group meetings with coworker, which is lagi formal lah kan bila kita jumpa clients instead of having meeting with colleague. Okay, okay, so for next is formal business meeting. Okay, tadi informal, so now formal. So kalau formal business meeting, a formal meeting follow a definite order of business, which is kita dah memang ada specific agenda apa yang kita nak discuss. Tu adalah formal business meeting. Okay, sebab tu dia kata formal meeting follow definite order of business. Okay, mengikut list of agenda that have been decided. Okay, it involve a specific audience and require preparation. So bila kalau formal business meeting involve specific audience, which is kita dah assign siapa yang should attend the meeting, and then it is require preparation. It could be preparation of the document, okay, preparation of equipment needed during the meeting, preparation for the refreshment. Okay, so dia kata many organisation set up formal staff meeting at a specific time each week or a month. Okay, so once organisation dah memang set formal formal staff meeting untuk setiap time ke, which is it could be setiap minggu ataupun setiap bulan, tu kita consider sebagai formal business meeting. Okay, so other formal business meeting such as conference or quarterly sales meeting may be planned for longer period of time. Okay, sometimes organisation itself dia dah tahu bila dia nak buat meeting which is quarterly ke atau annually meeting ke, so yang tu memang dia dah plan lama. Okay, so benda tu dia tak semestinya business meeting yang macam director je ke. Okay, so it could be which is with staff semua ke, tu boleh jadi contoh of formal business meeting. Okay, so dalam formal business meeting, dia akan ada multinational meeting. Okay, so multinational ni adalah bila multinational meeting are conducted when all participants do not speak same language. Okay, so which is involve others from other country. Okay, or it may be uh, not in the same physical location. Okay, so tu kita panggil juga sebagai multinational meeting. Okay, so it is very formal and require detailed planning and preparation. Of course, when we involving multinational participant, okay, which is from different location, different time zone. Okay, so they are very formal and require detailed planning and preparation. Okay, so kenapa? What? Because we need to consider time difference for different location. Okay, so let's say we are having a meeting with someone from USA. So mungkin sekarang dekat kita pukul 8, so dia mungkinlah belum pukul 8. So kita kena considerkan time difference tu. Okay, and then also the knowledge of international and business ethics is important for this meeting. Okay, so when we having a multinational meeting with other people from other country, so we need to know the business ethic. Okay, which is what do and don'ts yang dia tak suka ke. Okay, let's say we are dealing with someone from Japan. Okay, so dia sangat punctual person kan. Kalau Japan ni dia sangat sangat kena sharp, kena datang, let's say meeting pukul 8, pukul 8 lah. So kita kena tahu that kind of business ethic when we are dealing with multinational participant. Okay, so next. Okay, so this is coordinator who arrange the meeting must perform some role. Okay, so this is someone who are arranging the multinational meeting need to do this. Okay, so this is role yang orang yang handle multinational meeting. So they need to work with hotel personnel. Okay, so let's say we are dealing dia kena datang dekat tempat kita, okay, untuk having a meeting. So we need to dealing with hotel personnel for dia punya hotel accommodation. Okay, and then we need to send meeting plans to participants. Okay, so kita kena hantar meeting plans to the participant, meeting pukul berapa, what time, what agenda to be discussed. Okay, and then we need to work with the equipment providers. Okay, let's say dia nak pakai projector ke, dia nak pakai laptop ke, so you need to prepare with this equipment, and then you need to know how to use equipment and the proper person to call for the help for troubleshooting. Okay, since we are dealing with multinational participant, okay, so we need to show our organisation are good. Okay, so that's why you need to know how to dealing with the equipment, and then need to know the right person yang korang kena call bila ada problem. Kita tak nak nampak macam kita unprepared. Okay, okay, so next is formal business meeting seating arrangement. Okay, actually there are a lot of seating arrangements in formal business meeting, but the most common that you need to know is only these three types of seating arrangement. Okay, so dia kata interactions among group members we depend on the purpose of the meeting. Okay, so interaction which is ataupun the seating arrangement of the team members adalah depends kepada purpose of meeting. Let's say macam meeting in class. Okay, so meeting in class, of course, your seating arrangement should be susun mengikut baris lah kan. Kalau kita buat susunan meja bulat-bulat, so mungkin ada someone yang akan tak facing my face. Okay, so kat situ kita kena tengok the purpose of the meeting. Okay, so in almost all meetings, communication will be improved when group members can see one another. Okay, in almost all meeting, communication will be improved when group members can see one another. Of course, we need to make sure when we are communicate, we can see the team members. Okay, so barulah sampai information tu. Okay. Next, eye contact can be used to help gain attention or control of this discussion. Of course, when we are having the eye contact with the participant, we can control the discussion. Okay, and then when all participants can see the leader and the visual aid, they can understand the discussion better. Of course, when we are looking to our leader, looking to the visual aid that they are showing, okay, so we can understand more about the discussion. Okay, so there are three types of seating arrangement that you need to know. Okay, there are a round table or circle, U-shape arrangement, and last one is rectangular table layout. Okay, let's take a look on the first seating arrangement, round table or circle. Okay, so for a round table or circle, this may be used when a leader is seeking a true cooperative form of decision making. So bila leader looking for true cooperative, bila nak buat decision making, so round table or circle is the best seating arrangement. Okay, so this format also reduce the appearance of difference in rank between the participant. Kan, lagi nampak semua sama lah. Cuba tengok contoh gambar ni. Kita tak akan nampak the different in rank between the participant. Semua orang dekat sama level je nampak. Okay, so kat situlah the leader can seek a true cooperative from the participant for decision making. Okay. Okay, next is U-shape arrangement. Okay, so for U-shape arrangement can be used for larger meeting, which is 10 to 12 participants. Okay, so kalau untuk larger meeting, you ingatlah kita boleh guna U-shape arrangement. Okay, so in this arrangement, the leader may sit in the middle of the U to maintain eye contact with everyone. Okay, so let's say macam ni kan, U ni. Okay, so leader duduk kat tengah ni. To maintain eye contact with everyone, so dia boleh duduk kat tengah tu. Okay, and at the same time, all participants can see each other and are less likely to engage in side conversation. So kita tak adalah to having side conversation because we are facing one another. Kita boleh nampak orang depan kita kan. Orang depan kita tengok kita, dekat hujung pun nampak. So benda tu mengurangkan side conversation, okay, between the meeting. Okay, tu untuk U-shape. Okay, next is rectangular table layout. Okay, so for rectangular table layout, the leader at one end of the table. So dia akan duduk sama adalah end of the table. Kalau U-shape tadi, dia memang duduk dekat U tadi lah kan. Tapi kalau rectangular table layout, dia duduk dekat at the end of the table. Depends lah, sebelah sini ke, okay. So in this arrangement, our communication tend to flow toward the head of the table where the leader is seated. So communication ni mengikut head of the table lah, kat mana ketua tu duduk. Okay, so tu adalah untuk rectangular table layout. So ingat kalau untuk round table tadi, leader seeking for true cooperative, okay. And then kalau U-shape for larger business meeting, okay. And then kalau rectangular table layout adalah when leader to control the discussion. Okay, mana bila nak control the discussion, rectangular is the suitable seating arrangement for the meeting. Okay. Okay, so this is another example of seating arrangement. Sebab saya kata tadi, there are a lot of seating arrangement in the meeting, but the three that you are learn is the most used for a meeting arrangement. Okay. Okay, so next is preparing for a meeting. Okay, so please take note for preparing a meeting. Okay, so this is the suggestion that will help you in planning a meeting. Okay, so ingat tolong take note, this is yang patut korang prepare for your uh, for your group project, okay, which is video tu, okay. Sekejap saya buka sekejap. Okay, so yang ni, okay, student are required to prepare 5 to 7 minutes of slide presentation or video presentation on preparation before conducting a meeting. Okay, so you need to prepare a video, okay, before conducting a meeting. So yang tadi tu lah. So this is um, the procedure that you need ataupun the things that you need to prepare before conducting a meeting. So yang ni saya tak akan explain, okay? Saya tak akan explain sebab this is apa yang patut korang buat dan untuk korang punya assignment, okay? So ada kat situ ada 9. Okay, ada 9 suggestion, okay, untuk korang planning a meeting. So kat situ korang buat based on korang punya creativity on how you want to present this to me to make sure I get all the information. Okay. So kita stop dulu sampai sini, nanti kita sambung balik.